Hello, Golden Hitmonlee here on YouTube doing another review on the Landyachtz Dingy Turbo. It's been around 4 or 5 months since I made the last video, and around like 7 or 8 months since I got the board. And some of my opinions have changed since I made that last video, and after reading some of the comments and stuff, I wanted to do an updated and kind of final review of this skateboard. I don't think my opinion will sway too much more on this board. So yeah, let's get started. So one thing that I mentioned in the last video, and my number one grievance with this board as a whole, is it's too tall. That's just kind of what it is. It came with risers on it, and I don't weigh a whole lot, so I was able to take them off. But for some of you bigger guys, having to keep the risers on this so you don't like get wheel bite, that would suck. That would genuinely suck, because this thing, I love this board. I really do. It's very fast. It's nimble. It's really good, but it's just pushing it around for an extended period of time is a bit of a workout. And it's just for newer skaters, because that's a lot of what I saw in the comments for my last videos. A lot of you guys are newer. You guys saw this, wondering if you should buy it or the regular dinghy. You want a cruiser. Just for that reason, if you're a newer skater, I would not recommend purchasing this board. This thing is kind of for the more seasoned skater, just on pushing alone. You got to know how to push your skateboard and like almost fall off and catch yourself all the time, because seeing it's tall, it's narrow, but it's still a lot of fun. If you're a more seasoned skater and you're looking for like a quicker cruiser experience, kind of like I was, yeah, I definitely give this thing a go. But if you're a casual dude, which is kind of what I'm looking for more nowadays, I think, with my next skateboard purchase. We'll get into that, I suppose. I'll save that for the last little bit. But so for a newer skater, I don't think I would recommend this. Definitely, probably a no. And also, after skating a lot with my roommate's board, that we kind of got these at the same time. This is the regular dinghy. This is the just the emboss regular dinghy. It's a very popular board on Landyachtz lineup every year. They come out with 1,000 variations of this board. The dinghy, the tugboat. There's one other one. But even this, I don't know if I'm biased from my previous skate experience. I showed you guys like the board setup that I like learned how to skate on, and maybe I'm biased coming from that kind of background, but this feels like a Walmart toy. This thing is so light, and the trucks are so tiny, and the wheels, I mean, they're 63s, so nothing really wrong with the wheels, but it's just so goddamn light. It feels like there's nothing under your feet. It makes it easier to push, but when you're going down like a hill, it feels like not there. Like there's nothing there. Like I'm gonna fall, so to speak. And that's kind of my number one problem with like the deck is good. I think this would be a much better board overall if it naturally came in a larger truck size. But the reason they don't do that is because, God, I wish I had my last board here. I let my brother borrow it, and he's out of state at the moment. But they don't want to push the wheel, not the wheel base, but like the wheel length. They don't want it to go past like the width of the board. That's fine. I know what it's like to be pushing and then your foot like hit the back wheel and then you fall, and it sucks. But you know, you can just learn how to push slightly on the outside. And for newer skaters, for someone who's new looking to buy a cruiser along these lines, I would definitely recommend going for a larger truck size, something to give the board a little bit of weight, and to have more like stability going fast. Because this, like, I mean, you'll be fine if you're like good at skating, but this thing just feels, I don't know, I don't like it. I don't like it, and I don't think I'd recommend it. I kind of feel bad for my roommate who bought it, because he doesn't skate that much, and he was really excited when he bought the board. And this might be a lot of you guys, or it might be everyone, honestly. But they get something, it doesn't quite suit them. They're not good at it right away, so they kind of just put it down and let it gather dust. But so I've been riding this more than he has probably, and I don't really care for it. What I'm looking for personally is the ultimate cruiser. I want something that's low to the ground, has a decent wheel size, and that's one thing that I really learned to love from riding the Turbo is larger wheels. These things are sick. You're higher up off the ground, which sucks, and the board weighs more significantly, which also kind of sucks. But these things just go over everything for the most part. You don't have to worry. They're soft. It's a cushy ride. So I've learned to love the larger wheels, and these I believe are 73s, which is outrageous. These things are really, really big, but you kind of get this, or you get 63s, which are like 63 is like the most universal cruiser wheel size from what it looks like. So what I think I'm going to be buying next year, because I want a new skateboard, it's probably the Rally Cat from the Landyachtz lineup. I can't get one right now, which sucks. So I think I'm going to have to wait till the 2021 lineup, or 2022 I mean. But yeah, that thing looks good. So I wish I could turn my fucking camera around, but I'm a monkey when it comes to computers. But the cool part about the Rally Cat is, and I'm gonna make a video when I get it, it's got a super like deep rocker in the center of it. It's not quite a longboard, not quite long enough to be a longboard, but it's low to the ground. It looks like you could put a larger wheel size on it and get away with it, and you can ollie it. So those things, that's probably what I'm going to be buying and trying out next year. But like a final review of the Turbo is, you have a super solid board, hard to learn on. This thing is not like new user friendly. I've had a couple of spills on this thing since I made the last video. I got this. Oh, I mentioned water in my last video, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, of course, like, dumbass, like, if you hit water your board's gonna slide out, like, of course that'll happen. You don't understand the extent I mean with, like, to that extent that I mean with this board. These wheels, as soon as they touch water, you have to be going perfectly straight or you will slide out. And that's how I got this. I was skating down, passing the gas station, and I hit a little patch of water, and my board just like whoop, just slipped out right from under it. I just casually like hopped off and stood there and watched it as it just rolled right into the street, and then a giant motorhome came by, and I thought it was going to be goodbye. I said my goodbyes in that moment, and it got chewed up underneath that motorhome, but it only came away with just a little ding. So one thing that I talked shit on in my last video was the fiberglass that's in the Turbo. I was like, oh, It adds weight. I don't know if I like that. I'm pretty sure the fiberglass is the thing that saved this board from being absolutely annihilated. So I need to throw that in there. I was wrong. I was grateful in that moment for the fiberglass. So in the end, my message to a newer skater would, if it's a cruiser that you want, I would try to find something, get the deck size that you like. If you like something like this, or like this, or, oh, this is my first ever like serious skate. I skated on this deck for 5 years, and this is little 775 Zipsing. You can't buy these anymore, unfortunately, otherwise I'd have one. But so get a deck size that you like. And comparing, because everyone says the Dingy is like the new user experience. That's like, if you're new, you go out and you get a Dingy. If you want like a good cruiser, I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend, so on the Landyachtz website you can like build your skateboard. If you like this and you want a Dingy, I would just opt for a larger truck size. Even if it comes out a little bit, you're gonna feel like how much more stable of a ride it is, and you can get away with having 63s on it. Just a little bit more weight and stability is what the regular Dingy needs and is lacking. That's what I feel. Also, when you get the regular Dingy, don't get the black on the outside. Don't get that, because it just comes right off the second you touch anything, so makes the board look kind of shitty. But anyway, I just wanted to do a little updated video for you guys. I wanted to say I'm very appreciative of those who commented and even watched the last video. It was nice to put something out there and have people respond to it positively. So yeah, that's it. Thank you. Bye bye.